Yesterday, Netflix announced that they'll be working with MoNique in an upcoming stand-up comedy special for the streaming service, in addition to a new film, The Deliverance, that Lee Daniels is directing. As we all know, for the last 3 years, the Queen of Comedy has been involved in a lawsuit with Netflix after claiming that the network opened their conversation with a discriminatory low offer, didn't follow through with good faith negotiations, and shut down any further conversation as a result of retaliation. Now that both parties have settled, it appears that they're moving on by working with one another. Some fans will point out that the beef between D.L. Hughley has made them pull their support from MoNique. However, for the most part, MoNique's fans are excited to see her again. Today we have our comedy hype analysts, MoNique Saunders and Pierre, calling in to give their reactions. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
Can y'all believe this shit? Can y'all believe this shit? I done came on home to Netflix. Hey y'all, it's your girl MoNique. And I'm so excited to share that I'll be shooting my first Netflix comedy special. Oh, and in case you didn't hear, I'm also reuniting with my friend, my brother, director Mr. Lee Daniels, on the Netflix film, The Deliverance. You won't want to miss either of them, so y'all stay tuned. And thank y'all, my sweet babies. I love us for real.
Now, I know we've been covering this, throughout its entirety. Pierre, I want to get your reactions. What are your thoughts when you first saw that MoNique landed a deal with Netflix for a comedy special?
Can we sign her up for a reality show? This is off the chain. This is worse than an EKG monitor. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh shit. So, all right. I'm happy for her, being a fan of her work. And I'm happy for her babies. I know they're happy for her too. So her little sweet babies. So congratulations, MoNique, for getting it, and just rock it out. That's all I'm gonna say. Just rock it out. Just, prove to them why you felt, the need that you should get the money that you want by also your actions on stage.
Yeah, and I think she'll definitely appreciate that. Pierre, I want to know, when you first saw it, though, what was your personal reaction to it? Like, were you excited? Are you looking forward to, what is it going to look like? What were your thoughts to that?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like she's back to start again. I mean, Netflix offered her a special. She got offered another special. So she got a special again. That's what she started from. Her whole gripe was the money. So I don't know, did she win anything? Did she get more money than she wanted? Because if she turned around and got the $500,000 in a Netflix special, wasn't that was offered to her a couple of years ago? So all this hoopla and all this trouble and all this stuff, what made it better this time? And I guess they're not allowed to speak on it. So if she got $500,000 again offered, what was it all this for? You know what I'm saying? I need to know the details. I don't need to know, but the details. If she got $5 million, then go ahead, girl. You got what you wanted. You did it. But if you got a Netflix special for $500,000, aren't we back on stage, step one again?
Right.
So that's my thing.
MoNique, I want to bring that same question to you. What was your reaction when you saw it? Were you surprised? Are you, excited? What exactly was your feeling once you saw, that MoNique landed her deal with Netflix for a comedy special?
I thought it was just about as ridiculous as me wearing these shades in this hotel room. Now, obviously, this is a spectacle. And what people have to remember about comedy, it is still a business. So in all fairness, why wouldn't there be a special? I mean, there's been such a hoopla. The question needs to be, will MoNique deliver? And not that we don't think she's funny, but now that she's put herself in this sort of light, this sort of antagonistic light, she now has to win over the people that she's lost, in addition to the fans that she already has. So I'm sure she can do it. She's a very funny woman. Let's see what the results are going to be. But I mean, Netflix is making their money, and Netflix knows that. Why not have a special now when all eyes are on MoNique and she's sort of blazed this trail of mess behind her? And let's see if she can pick it up in the end.
Netflix right there.
Yeah, that was Netflix. See if she can do her own closer.
Yeah. Now speaking of people reacting, MoNique, as you mentioned, she lost a lot of fans, and a lot of fans are just kind of, having mixed reactions. I want to read some of those and come back to you all. So one user says, Netflix is too forgiving because you can't sue me and work for me. Ciao, bye. Another user, ma'am, we do not care. All that stuff with DL and his daughters was not it, and I won't support it. Another user followed up, after you showed your behind a few weeks ago. Nah, I don't care and won't be supporting anything. You're a part of my love. Pierre, I want to come to you. Do you think, MoNique's skills and, just the hard work and, just what we see from her in comedy, do you think that's overshadowed by all the drama that has been happening over these years?
Sure. I mean, come on now. Every time she's hit the news, it's about some drama. It wasn't about her talent necessarily. So of course it is. But the people who say negative things about her and don't like it, those people probably didn't like her from the get-go. They were on the edge fans, and then it tipped over negatively towards after the DL situation, or maybe some other situations where she cussed out Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Oprah. She's not in it to win over fans of her that aren't her fans. She's here for her babies, her sweet babies. That's all she's really caring about. I know MoNique, from the MoNique that I know, she's there for her sweet baby. So if you don't like her, she's gonna be like, so what, But she has an opportunity to shine on a big platform. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, MoNique, I'll bring that same question to you. When we're looking at MoNique's skills, do you think that's been overshadowed by all the drama?
Yeah, because it just has, and I know she is there for her babies, sweet honeysuckle lambs. It's us, you know what I'm saying? I know she loves it, and I know she loves her fans, but I stand on my point. Once you become polarizing, once your personality and what you do is more polarizing than your work, you have to now bring your work up to that level. You understand? This is what we were talking about, I think it was last week, when we talk about Damon Wayans, and some people misconstrued my point when I said it wasn't about whether Chappelle had characters. And obviously Chappelle had a very successful show, the Dave Chappelle Show. But what we run to go see is not these characters. We run to go see Dave Chappelle, who has a bunch of controversy, and he delivers the stand-up to the same capacity that mess that is going on around him. It addresses all of that. So we'll have to see if MoNique is going to address any of these things. And really, I would be interested in knowing what's going on in her head. A lot of people just dismiss her as crazy, or, especially when it comes to Black women, people are not forgiving with us, because we've seen a lot of male comics have their own meltdowns, and we forgive them through those things and their nonsense. But with MoNique, it seems to be this sort of disregard of just dismissing her as crazy. I'd like to see her come out and address everything and do it in a very funny way. But one way, once it comes out, she may have to give up that crown if it's not there.
Absolutely. Now, Pierre, I want to come back to you because you said something earlier, just talking about the outcome of it all. Is she getting the same deal? We don't quite have those deal points. But when we're looking at this, she did land the special. Of course, we don't know the dollar amount, but we know she was fighting to, have a special on Netflix, and of course, for that rate. So when we're looking at this, do you think, this means that MoNique's stance worked, and that this should be the, the blueprint that people follow to come?
Remember now, she wasn't fighting for a Netflix special. Netflix gave her a special already. So she already had her. When she was fighting to try to get one, she had one offered. She didn't like the money amount. The dollar amount was her problem. So she didn't redo anything. She got the special she got gonna get anyway, But now the dollar amount is the thing that she was fighting for so hard. Well, I would like to know that she won that situation, and by meaning got more money than they offered her. If she didn't, then what the hell? You just hollered and screamed about something. You took back the same shit they first offered you. What kind of stuff is that? All that hollering and screaming for nothing. Now, if she got more money, then okay. But if she didn't, we don't know that. No one knows that. And they want to keep it secret. I don't know why they want to keep it a secret, But at the end of the day, seriously, and I mean this from the heart, I want MoNique to have a great special and it all work out. Now, here's my thing. What's next? Who's going to piss her off next? Is she going to go on a tirade about? You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like because she got a Netflix special, she's cool with Lee Daniels, everything's sweet now, she's a sweet MoNique. If you say something she don't like, then it's back to the bullshit, back to that again. So what are we here for? What are we here for? For the clown show? For the little bicycle? For the reality show? That's what it's here for.
Let me ask you this, Pierre, because I know Monica said she would want to see MoNique address, the things that have happened. What are your thoughts? Would you want to see her address those things?
What else could be funnier, than talking about the shit she just went through? What's she gonna talk about, eating peanuts on an airplane and shit? That's gonna be hilarious. How it is to be a big girl in the mall standing in the line or something, trying to lose weight. Hell no. Talk about the shit we want to know about. What up with DL? what up with Netflix? What up with Lee Daniels? And make it funny. That's what I'm here for. I got my popcorn and I'm ready.
Absolutely. MoNique, I'll bring the question that I asked Pierre starting out. When we're looking at it, do you think, MoNique's stance is the blueprint that people should follow and that it worked for her?
Well, let me just tell you right off the rip, the blueprint everybody needs to follow is a Pierre breakdown. Week after week, I'm starting to see Pierre breaking down. It's like the light-skinned niggas guide to dummies, okay? Just breaking down everything like you're on the Magic School Bus, or should I say the Magic School Dust. Now,
Damn.
Is MoNique doing the blueprint? I think it worked for her. And this is something that we need to address in the comedy world. Because what I try to illuminate in my long responses is letting people know what's happening in comedy. A lot of times, comics see somebody do something successful, and then next thing you know, it's going to be all these comics running their mouth, but they ain't got this and got that, and think they're going to get the same results that MoNique got. That was her way. That was her train. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've always said this. I'll never forget how nasty she was with me when I was on Showtime of the Apollo. I don't care for the spirit, but I'm always going to be fair. I don't know what in Illuminati hell happened, but if she got Lee Daniels back on board and she got Netflix, somewhere along the line, she's doing something right.
Great point.
Oh, you ain't got nothing to say, Pierre?
I do. But I'm talking for dummies right now. So let me talk back to you, MoNique. What she got right.
Let me tell you right is light-skinned nigga.
Yes. She doing it her way, like you said, and her controversy is what's working for her. Let's be honest. Netflix probably giving her a special because she's making so much noise. Okay, that's what it is. The DL, all that. She's still in the lexicon of people. Look up lexicon, MoNique. She's in a lexicon of people's, mind right now. And so with that being said, she's hot right now. She's still hot. She's controversial. People going to want to turn in and watch it. Netflix is about money, okay? If she got quiet and kind of faded away, she wouldn't be getting a Netflix special. Trust and believe that.
No, I 1,000% believe it. And you are just like every one of these niggas in the comment. The person that writes the book for dummies is not the dummy. Now, I agree with you. I agree with you. For me, what's very interesting to me, and I said in the very beginning, I think it's all sensationalism, and I think they're capitalizing off of it, and everybody's going to be watching to see whether she fails. There also has to be something going on behind the scene. Somebody has done some type of bridge mending, because Lee Daniels was not checking. I mean, how she got to the point where my son, my father, my king, my brother, my Boy Scout cookie selling champion. I'm like, where did this relationship come from? Because you had him, you had Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. You had the triad of Black entertainment completely against you, and now you're doing a film?
Yeah, you're right. And MoNique, can you please give me the casting director's telephone number? Because I want to be in Poetic Justice 2 also.
I knew it. I knew it was going to come eventually. Y'all waited to the very end. But no, I do appreciate both of y'all for giving insights on this. It's always hilarious but informative at the same time. So thank you both for chiming in on this topic. Now, before we head out, of course, I want to know what you have coming up. MoNique, I see you're it looks like in a different place. I want to know, what do you have coming up and how can people follow you?
Oh, yeah, I'm in Montreal. I'm in Quebec. I will be here for the next 11 days. You can see me at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. I will be doing the Nasty Show. All the information is on my Instagram. You can follow me at MoNique. And I'm also going to be doing a gala here, the Eliza Schlesinger Gala. So it'll be airing somewhere in Canada. And I'm just here just having a really good time. And shout out to everyone in the comments who have been really supportive to me. Yes, I do illuminate some of the nonsense, but I do want to take this time to thank so many people who understand where I'm coming from and get my perspective. I'm just here to add to the conversation.
Pierre, what do you have coming up and how can people follow you?
This week, Atlanta Uptown Comedy Theater. That's at July 22nd, 23rd. So holla at me there. Also, That's really it right now. I got a movie I'm shooting on the following Sunday in Savannah. Very funny one called Not Another Church Movie. All the what do you call it? Spoofs of Tyler Perry's movies. So we're shooting that in Savannah, Georgia. But let me shout out real quick. Y'all keep doing a nasty show. I see you got the camera ready at the hotel room. Is that where it's going down at in that room?
You know
The
it.
nasty show?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I can't get the camera. I gotta take my clothes off.
Let me go. I appreciate y'all both for chiming in on this topic. You heard from us, and I want to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts on MoNique getting her Netflix special? For Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Put it in those comments.
Do you know the comedy culture? Play Comedy Hype, the game. Out now.